Hello, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm David Hopper, Awesome Bureau Chief of 360degreesound.com, where we bring you music from all angles. The 2026 South by Southwest Music Festival is upon us, taking place March 12th to 18th in Austin, Texas. We at 360 will be bringing you exclusive interviews with artists as part of our South by Southwest Artist Spotlight Series. Today, I'm joined by Amber Jaii, a multidisciplinary artist, producer, and DJ. Amber Jaii creates high energy music rooted in confidence, movement, and self expression. From her genre blending productions and visuals to live performances and curated events, Amber Jaii's work invites audiences to move freely and feel unapologetically themselves. Amber Jaii will be performing at Wanderlust Wine Company in Austin on March 15th as part of the Carefree Black Girl Showcase.
Yeah.
Amber, thanks for joining 360degreesound.com.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So, as I said in the intro, you have a lot of irons in the fire, have a lot going on, multi hyphenate artist. So,
Yeah,
have you always been a creative?
I have. I've always been like in front of the camera. Back when they had like those little VHS's type cameras, I would always like talk in front of the camera and hold my mic. I was always into the arts. So like my favorite classes was always the art classes. In ninth grade, I made it into like a theater program in the school. Kind of like 20 minutes away, like I had to audition. So I was in theater very briefly, but I was in theater. So yeah, I always been into the creative arts, love art, love music, love fashion.
Yeah. And it's like as I said, I'm based in Austin, but our editor in chief is in Detroit, and I understand
Yes,
that you're from Detroit, right?
I am from Detroit.
Yeah.
Shout out to your editor in
Yeah.
chief. I
Yeah,
am
yeah.
from
Chris
Detroit.
Fisher, he's in the suburbs. I think Oak Park is where he is, but
Yep, I'm
yeah,
familiar with Oak
yeah.
Park.
So yeah, tell us how growing up in Detroit shaped you and the music you make.
Yeah, I would definitely say Detroit had more of an impact on me and my music than I even knew for a long time. Like I guess once I moved away and like moved to Atlanta and started radio, I noticed that just the culture was super different. Like of course I come from techno, I come from house, I come from like our DJs like making their own what we would call mixes, which is basically like what they call nowadays mashups. So like mashups are old to me. Like we've been had DJs like creating their own production and then like mashing up acapellas, mashing up three, four different songs. So to me, and I'm willing to argue about this. Like Detroit has some of the best DJs. I've been a good amount of places as far as on scene type of cities in America, and I still have yet to find like especially radio DJs. Detroit has top tier radio DJs. So I think that that kind of like helped shape just like me coming from, like I said, DJs already being producers and then like house and like just dance and upbeat type of things. So when I moved to Georgia and I started to create music, I would tell like the production team I was working with the type of things I wanted to make, and a lot of people were like, "House music? What? What do you mean? What? Who plays that? Who does that?" And just like introducing them, I went back on YouTube, found like old radio mixes, and like just introduced them to that, which was how we created my House Love Rage project, which has like a lot of house and alternative infused sounds. So kind of just like bringing what I grew up on down to Atlanta, and then when I moved to LA, like in LA, just like it's more dance out there, more house out there, but just like introducing that sound and like meshing the rap with it. Because again, I was in Atlanta for so long, and it's still real rap in Detroit as well in the Motor City. So kind of just like meshing all that together and creating my own little melting pot of music.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I think of like the old school techno. I mean, I think Detroit's
Yes,
kind of credited with being the birthplace. I mean, going back to
we
like Cybertron and stuff like that. So
we are the birthplace of
yeah,
techno. Yes,
yeah.
we
I feel
are.
like it doesn't really get its due. I mean, it's got Motown and so much
Yeah.
history that. But yeah, electronic music is a huge part of
Yeah,
Motor City.
yeah. And I think that for a long time it didn't get its due, like it didn't get the love that it deserved. But I do think like over the past few years, house, of course, has become more popular. People are like going back to research house and techno and like giving respect to those artists. So I'm super happy about that.
Yeah. You have a lot of like offshoots and subgenres like deep house and stuff like that.
I love me a deep
Yeah.
house. I
Yeah.
love me a lo-fi. I love chill house. Honestly, I love all house.
Mhm. Yeah.
I love
Oh yeah.
UK house, UK drill. So yeah, that whole vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk a little more about your music. I understand one of your new singles is Be Who You Are. You can
Yes.
watch the video on YouTube. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration for that track.
Yeah, so again, I had released House Love Rage, which was kind of more like dancey and alternative, mosh pitty, rappy. And so for Be Who You Are, or like for my next release, I wanted to like incorporate more of like deep down who I am. Like I'm like a big sister of over 8 humans. So I'm like big with inspiring, big with like motivating and working with the youth. I mentored a lot of soon to be or upcoming DJs and like artists. I actually mentored and taught a DJ who's on tour right now when she was like 17, 18, and she's on tour right now. So like I have a soft spot just for like helping people or motivating people to grow, motivating people to be their best selves, having confidence and just being who you are, literally like waking up and not questioning who you are, waking up and not comparing yourself, waking up and just living your truth, living exactly what you want to do. I feel like you can restart your life at any time. So if you went to school for something and you want to go back to school, or you want to change your careers, you want to pivot, you want to leave a relationship, you want to leave a friendship, you want to move to a new city, move to a new country, buy a new house, whatever you want to do, do it. You know what I mean? You can, the world is continually to turn, so just continue to be great. And so that's kind of where I wanted to like bring out my affirmations and be who you are. I am one, I am great, I am whole, just things that like we can all say we're beautiful, we can all say, we're confident, we're strong, but like what about, are you whole? You know what I mean? Are you one with yourself and one with the universe and one with your believer, so I kind of wanted to just incorporate that. And then with the video, I creative directed that, directed it, wrote the scripts in it. So we had like a little acting part where I had a child actress and I kind of was just like motivating her, to be the singer that she wanted to be. And that's like my favorite video, aside from Fierce. That's one of my favorite videos that I did because again, like I had her there and I was just able to like kind of guide her and like see her smile and like see some of her vision come out because she wants to be a singer slash actress. So it was just like such a heartwarming thing for me. So Be Who You Are will always be in my heart.
Yeah. That's great. Um, I saw another more recent single was Mosh Pit. Of course
Mosh
I,
pit.
yeah, of course I associate mosh pits with like punk and metal music, but
Yes.
I imagine it's a great club song as well, though. Huh?
Yeah, it's definitely like my alternative record. Mosh Pit is one of my babies, which I call my supporters are my babies. One of my babies' favorite. They love when I perform that. So I'll definitely be performing that at South by Southwest. Mosh Pit is actually one of my OG records. Like I did that back when like kind of during the pandemic, like back I was like it was like 6, 7 a.m. We were in the studio. I was jumping on the couch, like just trying to find that sound. I think that's when I was creating House Love Rage, and I had so many house sounds that I liked, but I knew that I couldn't just come out with a straight house record. Again, we're talking before Drake and Beyonce did their house records. So people weren't just making, or, like black artists that weren't just fully in the house world weren't just dropping house projects. So I was like, I can't just drop a house project. Again, I'm living in Atlanta. These people don't even know what house music is. How can I drop a house project? So I wanted to like kind of just incorporate something that I knew people would like relate to. But I'm still like an alternative girl. I'm still like a more than just a rap girl. So I had to like bring in some mosh, bring in some, some craziness, bring in like some energy, and just go deeper than just rapping, like bring some feel, bring an experience. I knew it would go crazy at a show. I wanted to see people jumping around. I wanted to jump around myself. I still have not did a crowd dive. I want to do that one day. So like, yeah, I knew that it was needed for what I needed to do. And mosh pit is still a favorite.
Yeah, it's great. Well, I think it's really cool that you blend a lot of genres, and you're definitely not pigeonholed as an artist. So I was wondering, when people ask you like, what kind of music do you make? What do you tell them?
Yeah, that's one of the hard ones. I don't have like a long, quick, drawn out answer for that. I do like to say like I will say house just because like that is my core, that's my heart. But I do like to say like alternative. I like to say dance. I have like a techno record that's pretty popular outside of America, and it's with DJ Dobrell. He did a techno remix, and so like I have techno remixes. I have like you said alternative mosh pits. So I just kind of like blend it in, and then I'm fine. Like just go listen, and you tell me.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
because even with House Love Rage, I have like a slower song called "Can't Be Friends" or like "Reckless Love." So I don't know. That's why I consider myself an artist. Like when someone says, "Well, do you rap or do you sing?" And I'm like, I'm truly just an artist because even in the studio, I'm not just going in and rapping. Like I am incorporated in my production. I'm like working with my band members while we're creating, and then on top of that, I'm writing. Then on top of that, I'm not just rapping. Like we're harmonizing or we're doing melodies. So like it's full artistry. It's not just rap or it's not just house music. So yeah, multi.
Mhm. Yeah, and as you said earlier, you have a background in radio. I thought that was really cool that you hosted on Sirius XM Hip Hop Nation. That's a channel I
Yes.
listen to a good bit. What did you enjoy most about that experience?
Honestly, that was such a good time in life. I think just the team that I worked with, like I worked with DJ Scream, DJ Princess Cut, Miranda Man. They're all still like super successful and doing things in Atlanta. And I think just like building that relationship with them, like I looked forward to doing that Saturday night show every Saturday. Like that was something I looked forward to because too I enjoyed one thing that I've done FM radio, so like the iHeart Medias, and then I've also done Sirius XM, and I just like being straight blunt. I like being able to say what I want to say, just having a real conversation. Of course, we appreciate what um local radio or like censored radio does for us, but just being uncensored and kind of just being able to like talk, it was really like talking with my homies, like you know what I mean. So that it was just such a great time. And like now Scream is so busy, I'm so busy, I don't stay in Atlanta no more. I like come to Atlanta sometime, but I'm not always in Atlanta like I used to be. Princess Cut is traveling, Moran is on Hot 1079, so like everybody's kind of like doing flourishing in their own way. So just thinking back to just like how that was something that I just really looked forward to. I was still like not fresh in Atlanta, but like Atlanta was popping, I was young, it was just a great time.
Yeah, sounds like it. So where are you based now?
So I'm a little bit of everywhere. I've been doing a lot of things in Nashville. I'm still trying to decide how much I want to be in Nashville, or if I like Nashville, but I'm also in LA and I'm also in Detroit. So I'm still moving
Yeah, yeah,
around.
cool. Um, yeah, this will be your first time performing at South by Southwest as an artist. What do you kind of hope to get out of your South by experience?
Truthfully, I just want to touch my babies. Like I know that it's some people that like even some of like my artist friends or my DJ friends that'll be at South by Southwest that haven't been able to catch a show of mine because they have their own schedules. I have some people who stay in Texas who have never been able to see me perform, so they're planning to come. I think that I just want to be able to touch those that's there and like create an energy that no one has seen before or felt before.
Mhm.
Like that's really the plan. I'm bringing my band, so just want them to like rock out. I'm like just the type of person, I have a good time and I'm satisfied if everyone else is satisfied and having a good time. So as long as everyone is vibing out, moshing out, rocking out, Oh, I'm good.
I got to ask you about the Hello Kitty. I see the Hello Kitty behind you, and I saw where you DJ'd like a Hello Kitty party
Yeah.
and stuff. So is that and is that kind of like part of
That's my girl. That's
your
my
girl? Yeah,
girl.
and I
Yeah,
know
that's
you
my
don't
girl.
you do like a meow greeting and stuff?
Meow.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
meow.
yeah.
Yes, so
Uh,
when I do my shows, they know they say meow. I
yeah.
love kitty cats. And I think that I remember one day, I've always loved cats, but I remember one day my little sister was like, you're like a cat. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like you're so like mysterious and like in your own world, but like when you need to come out and when you need to be around and when you need to do whatever, like you're there, but like you still like kind of in, inside. And it's funny because people think that, I can rock out on stage. Like the person, the Amber Jaii that you'll see on Sunday, March 15th, is not the Amber Jaii at home, like with my family. So, like, that's what my sister means when she says, like, I'm like a kitty cat because she sees the, like, and outside kind of sees the roar. Like, I'm a Leo. So, like, the lion, So, I think that's why I just like mesh with cats. And then we love Hello Kitty. Like, that's a $1 billion girl right there.
Yeah, yeah. Very popular. Well, yeah, you just touched on it, but I guess finally, if you want to just tell the South by attendees what they can expect, why should they check out an Amber J show?
You have to come to an Amber Jaii show because we are gonna rock out every single time. I'm coming with surprises every single time. It's gonna be memorable every single time. So yeah, come see me. It's gonna be a vibe.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. I'll come say hello and enjoy the show.
Pull up, pull
Thanks
up.
so much, Amber, and thank
Thank
you
you for
everyone
having
for
me.
watching.
Yes,
Stay tuned to 360degreesound.com.
yes,
Thanks
and stream
again.
my music.
Yes, Amber J on all streaming platforms. Check it out. Thanks, Amber.
Meow.
Bye.